Good morning, everyone, and thank you for having me. Thank you, Dr. Weissman and Dr. Atut. I started back in 2011, so I've had quite of a long journey, and I had financial troubles during med school, so I had to take time off and had to restart again. Then I graduated in 2018, September of 2018. Unfortunately, I did have low step 1 scores, but I passed on the first time. On step 2, I spread myself way too thin. I was taking, I would try one course, do well, come take the exam, and I would feel that I wasn't prepared, and kept trial and error, unfortunately. Not something I'm very happy about or proud of, but it was a long struggle. In clinicals, I had my U.S. clinical experiences in Houston with Methodist and Houston Medical Center. And those were great, but after I graduated, I needed to do externships again. And I found out about USMLESarthi. And honestly, I'm so grateful because not only is it a very academic program, Dr. Atut is wholeheartedly invested in students and teaching. And for those that have fortunately matched, which I'm one of them, and I'm very grateful to you guys, you'll see that during academics, which is on Friday, they'll do didactics, and it's a full day of learning and other students teaching. And you learn a lot. You learn a lot during clinics. He's constantly teaching, and you see that in not just in how he's doing it. Please excuse me, I'm sorry. There's background noise. You see that in his that he's not just there to get you through, he's there to teach you, and he wants you to know the fundamentals of what you're learning and how you're practicing, because ultimately you're going to get a case that you're not familiar with, and you're going to have to go back to your basic knowledge and you use that and find your way on your own. It's not going to be textbook material. It's not going to be the typical case that you see with multiple choices. You're going to have to use your clinical knowledge and come up with a diagnosis and management. And that is something that I honestly did not see on that level of, his passion shows. It shows in his teaching, and it shows that he wants you to understand to be a better doctor. And that level of dedication I didn't see in the 2 years of doing clerkships. They were all great. They were all great professors and attendings that I worked with, but it shows. And if anybody has a chance to do an externship with Dr. Atut and Dr. Weissman, that would be amazing. Now, Dr. Weissman is also a whole nother story. I also got the chance to do research with him, and I did the externship for internal medicine that was with Dr. Atut, with Dr. Weissman as well. And Dr. Weissman, again, is a great teacher. He takes the time to just sit down, and this is all on his own time, to sit and go over case by case, explain to us how the other residents could have done things wrong, or how to learn from them, and how to look at the mishaps of medicine and try to improve. Sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit here. I'm getting a little camera shy, but yes, they were both very, very great. His research also elective is also great. So I just finished with him, and I might actually do a publication. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's honestly, they're all great. I got in late in the game, and I was fortunate enough to get an interview. As you guys have heard, I did not have stellar background in my scores, so it really helped to get that externship, and it helped me to showcase my abilities in clinic and how I am. And I was fortunate enough to get an interview last minute, and here I am starting in July. So guys, don't give up, and put your heart there, put your effort in. If this is what you love, if this is what you're passionate about, don't give up just because of scores. You know, you have to put your foot in the door, get into an externship, maybe a couple. I've seen people in clinic or with Dr. Achu and Dr. Weissman that did 6 months of externships. You know, if that's what you need to do to get there, do it. Just don't give up. And thank you guys. I'm sorry I went on a rant here, but I feel so passionate about this externship and what USMLESarthi did for me. And I'm really, truly, truly grateful.